What's going on, beautiful people? Today I'm going to be talking about something I posted on Facebook a few days ago. It was mainly me talking about people that suffer from depression and or suicidal thoughts. Here's the post. Not knocking anyone's beliefs, but stop telling these flipping people they're in your prayers when they come to you saying they're depressed. How about while you're praying, be in their home or their inbox or on the phone with them? One of the reasons they give up is because of how lonely it feels praying and not understanding or feeling like you're getting an answer. Okay, now, one of the reasons I posted this is because people are so afraid to actually interact with other people when they're hurting. What bothered me was people were quicker to come to the defense of the religious aspect of what I was talking about versus the human aspect. I was told that I was telling people not to pray, which is the exact opposite of what I was doing. I never said don't pray. I said while you're praying, talk to these people, reach out to these people. That's exactly what I said. The thing is, when people are hurting, you think that they don't pray? They pray as well. When they're depressed and they're down and out and they're in that dark place, they're praying. They may feel like their prayers aren't being answered. What bothers me more about people when they get depressed and they have suicidal thoughts, a lot of times when people commit suicide, they're found. No, not someone was around them, there was people with them and they did it. Someone finds them alone and dead. I don't understand why people want to take the easy route out when it comes to other people, when it comes to helping people. They want to just say things. I'll pray for you. That's fine. Pray with me. Take me to church. Call me. Video chat with me. Look me in my eyes. My feelings aren't contagious. My depression isn't contagious. My suicidal thoughts aren't contagious. I'm not going to somehow infect you. You praying for me and talking to me and looking at me face to face and holding my hand and being there with me, maybe saying nothing at all, could potentially save my life. Me having someone there with me could make the difference. It felt like people were trying to tell me that I was attacking religion when that's exactly not what I was doing. I wasn't attacking religion at all. I started off saying I did not care what you believed in. Not that I don't believe in what you believe in. Listen, I may not pray like you do, but I pray. I've come to the understanding that God is not a genie. I don't just pray for something. I don't just ask for something and then get it. I have to do something. I have to move. Even in the Bible it says faith without works is dead. What good does it do me to believe that everything is going to be fine if I don't actually work to make it better while I'm praying? What good does it do you to just say you're going to pray for me on social media when you have my phone number? When I'm a contact in your Facebook Messenger, and you can video chat. Now, I had one person tell me that in her circumstance, she would rather be alone. She would just request that someone prays for her. And that's fine. I don't have a problem with it. But some people need more. Some people need the actual human interaction. Who is to say that what I said the other day wasn't me being used by whatever God that you believe in, telling you to be a vessel for him to use to save somebody else? While everybody is telling me that I'm saying not to pray because I said don't just pray, they're missing the entire point of what I'm saying. They're thinking that I'm trying to argue. For one, if I say something and you clearly misunderstand it, and I clarify, that's not me arguing. If I clarify the fact that you misunderstood my message, and you continue to tell me what you think my message is, you're the person that's trying to argue. I've already told you you're incorrect because I know what I meant when I said it. I'm not trying to argue with you about your religion. I'm trying to convince you to do something more than just praying. Or while you're praying, do something. For those that you can, do something in addition to praying for them. Actually move in this person's life if they'll allow it. That's all I'm saying. We get so caught up in the power of God that for some reason we forget that even his son dying on the cross said, Father, why have you forsaken me? If the Son of the God you believe in can feel so alone that even he says, why have you forsaken me? Who am I to say that I'll simply say a prayer and leave a normal, mortal, hurting human being alone in their anger? When I know I can do more than pray for them. I may not believe in exactly what you believe in. I may not believe the way you believe. But when I was in the church, when I was going to church with my mom, I asked a lot of questions. And I did learn that you cannot just be saved by saying I'm saved. It requires you to do something. You're required to pay tithes. You participate in the church. You congregate, fellowship, and worship. You do more than say, I'm saved. You don't just talk the talk. You're supposed to walk the walk as well. You're supposed to be a shining example for the world to see. And in order to be an example, you have to be doing something. While you're praying, you have to be doing something. The God that you believe in says that he will use anything, anybody as an instrument. When I was sitting on my couch in Columbia, South Carolina, after I was losing everything, after I had lost my car, after I couldn't pay my child support, after I couldn't pay to keep my phone on so I could talk to my daughter, after I was losing my apartment, after I failed in multiple relationships, after I had nothing left in my home, no food, no nothing, emptiness and echoes. in my Smith & Wesson 9mm, as I sat on my couch with my dog Remy in her cage, ready to blow my brains out. I thought this out. I cried about it. I had already taken into consideration that if I am to die, my life insurance policy will financially take care of my daughter. I had already thought of everything that I could think of that would be left behind, any obligation of mine that would be left behind. So I'm sitting there with that weapon, with a round in the chamber, and I'm getting ready to let it all go. But then my dog, for some reason, who had been quiet this entire time, decides to huff. She goes through her nose. And I happen to look over there, and she's laying down with her head on the floor of her cage, and the oddest thought popped in my head. Who's gonna feed my dog? Who's gonna take my dog if I'm not here to take care of her? In that moment, I decided to take my finger off that trigger and to put that weapon down. I opened that cage, and my dog usually runs out. She runs in circles. She does all types of crazy stuff. She didn't do that this time. I opened her cage, and she just laid there. And I sat back on the couch, and I put my hands in my head. And that dog came, and she laid on my feet. And I sat there, and I looked at that dog, and I began to cry. And the dog crawled up on the couch. She knows she's not supposed to get on the furniture. And she crawled up in my lap. She just laid there. And that loneliness and that emptiness, the echoes in the house weren't as loud. That feeling of despair wasn't so bad for some reason. The dog didn't do nothing but make a sound. And then she did something. She moved. That was one of the lowest points in my life. You think I wasn't praying? I had got so tired of praying and feeling like the prayers weren't being answered because I was still losing stuff. And I'm not talking about only possessions. I was still losing parts of me. I was still losing. But somebody was there. And it was a dog. But somebody was there with me. We have to do more for the people that we are here with, that we can actually see and touch and feel and smell. People that we experience life with. We have to actually do more to convince them that life is worth living. Pray for them all you want. Pray for them. I'm not saying don't pray for nobody. I never said that. But be an actual presence in their life as well. An encouraging word can go a long way. Somebody there just laying next to you in the bed at night that you used to cry in all alone can make a world of difference. I'm not taking a dig at nobody's religion. I don't care what you believe. What I care about is doing what you say you believe. Be there for the people people that you say you're praying for. Show them that you care. Let them physically see and feel that you care. So you don't have to put praying hand emojis underneath a picture of their after they've done something that they can't undo. Be there for them. Talk to them. Help them. For their family is letting you know that they are no longer here with you. Pray for them all you want. But if you don't talk the talk, walk the walk as well. Think about it. That's it.